This video is to show you how to turn on the loop playback mode, then choose a particular sequence on the disc with an in and an out point, and then play it back in a constant loop. So first of all, let's go and turn on the playback loop. We press the disc, playback mode. Loop playback by default is set to the off. We press on it, it becomes on. We press the omega sign, and now the machine is in loop playback mode. You probably saw for a few seconds. Save configuration. So now we're going to show you how to create a specific segment from the disc on channel 2 and repeat that sequence. So I selected channel 2. I'm going to press the disc menu, select edit, and the source list will appear. Clip 000 is a default name, and the duration of 5 minutes, 26 seconds, and 9 frames is the total length of the content on this disc. I'll press append, and now what I've done is I've transferred the total content of the disc into a playlist. Source list is the whole content, playlist is what I'm interested in creating. So now I've got a clip 00 with a duration of 5:26:09, so 5 minutes 26 frames, or 26 seconds and 9 frames, and I will choose to trim it. In other words, I'm going to go and get what I'm interested in specifically on the complete disc. So I press the trim button. Notice there's a timeline that appears, and there's a smaller timeline here that allows me to choose between fast scrubbing or frame by frame jogging, which makes it very easy to make exact, precise time code selections. So I'm going to create a 5-second sequence from this 5-minute disc. So using the jog button, I'm going to go and get the image that I'm interested in, and you probably noticed at the top of the screen. And so in my case, now I've gotten to where I want it to be. I'm going to switch to the jog mode and specifically go and get the time that I'm interested in. By pressing this button, I get right to the end of the disc, which is where I'm interested in going. And now I'm going to back it up a few seconds. Actually, I'm going to be interested in the sequence of only 5 seconds. So I'm going to choose exactly the frame I'm interested in starting at, which in my case, an even 20 minute 12 seconds. Choose that as the end point. And then go 5 seconds later, which will put me at 17. And the reason I'm doing this is just so that I've got, well, actually I can't go to 17 because that's the end of it. Alright, so let me go back to 15 even. There we go, and that will be my out point. So now I've created a very short segment from a much longer disc. I just press the omega sign to get out of this menu, or I could press playlist, and now my 3-second sequence exists. And then I can play this by pressing play, and because I'm already in the loop play mode, my 3-second sequence will run in a constant loop. So notice, let's look at the time code. So it's just completely just playing constantly in the 3-second loop that I've created from the complete disc. So that's how you create a specific disc or a specific segment from the disc to constantly play in a loop mode.